Today we're joined by Colson Montgomery, shortstop for the Chicago White Sox and one of the most exciting young players in Major League Baseball. Before climbing up the pro ranks, Colson was an elite multi-sport athlete, drawing SEC offers across multiple sports and proving he could have gone about any direction he wanted. So in this episode, we dive into that journey, what it took for him to finally choose baseball, and how those early experiences shaped him into the player he is today. We also get some insight into some unreal moments, from hitting his first career home run to the exact moment he got the call that every kid dreams of. This is a real look into the path of an MLB player. Here's our interview with Colson Montgomery. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, pretty good. Spring training's pretty grueling, but once you get into it, you get in the hang of things and your body kind of gets used to everything. It's been good.
How many big league camps have you done? Because were you like when you were younger, you were still doing the big league camps, right?
Yeah, so my first year when I got drafted in 2021. So then the next year was the lockout.
Oh, okay.
It was like the first lockout in I don't know how long. So we didn't have there was no big leaguers. Big leaguers weren't there yet, so there was no like big league camp because they started like March 10th or something like that. So it was pretty late. But then the next year I've been in big league camp for like 3 years now. So
you were in big league camp, what, you're like 18 or 19?
19, 20.
What was that like? Just seeing these big dogs and you're like super young.
It was honestly like pretty intimidating, especially because this was the year after we just won the division. So we had like all the top dogs. We had Jose Abreu, Yoel Moncada, Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez, and then like Lance Lynn, Carlos Rodon, Kopech, and like Gili, like all these big dogs, and it was pretty intimidating for me, being a young guy. But they were all good to me. Tim Anderson was there too. So
that was a squad.
Dude, I forgot
how good that squad was.
So then going into big league camp the next year after that, it was something.
That's sweet.
Yeah, is that intimidating for you? Like in general, like you walk in and you're like, what? Because like you yourself, obviously, you're self-proclaimed and unbelievable player, but getting into a locker room like that, is that like what's that difference like?
Yeah, I mean it was. So when I was younger, I was already like kind of a little shy or like in my own shell. Didn't really like, especially in that setting too. Like these guys are like way older. They're years in the big leagues and they're way older than me. So it was like I literally was just like in my own like shell type of thing. Yeah. So it was very intimidating.
Were they I don't want to say nice to you, but were they like nice to you? They treat you like with respect?
No. I mean they treat you with respect and everything like that. But I mean you got to do some of the young rookie things. You got to go pick up the balls. You got to go grab some stuff for them. But it's never like anything bad.
Doesn't
it's not like a frat.
No, it's not a frat.
Go finish this handle of Tito's.
It's not a frat at all.
That's great. Okay, so let's do like a rewind. So that was like your first time in big league camp. What about like what kind of player were you when you were like younger? Like when did you start realizing like, oh, I'm actually like a little bit better than people around me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just grew up playing a lot of sports. I played baseball, basketball, and football all growing up. So, and to be honest, like I didn't like baseball.
Really?
No, I didn't really like baseball until I probably got into high school, I would say. I don't know. There was a point in like going into eighth grade where I was like on the verge of not really wanting to play anymore.
Dude, I wonder why that is. I feel like you're not the only person that's been like that, bro.
So my only thing was because I wanted to play basketball. Mm-hmm. I loved basketball so much that when I would play AAU basketball, it like started in the spring and then that's when baseball was. So I like had to miss basketball tournaments to play baseball games. So I was like kind of just pissed off because I had to miss basketball. So then like I told my dad, like I was just like, like I don't really like baseball, but like I was good, like I was pretty good at baseball, and I just told him I didn't really like it that much.
That's crazy.
But he was like, dude, like you're playing. I knew I was gonna play base. Like I knew quitting was not
the move.
Yeah. Not the move.
At the time, was basketball your best sport?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Basketball was for sure my best.
I saw that you were the the most points ever at your high school. Is that
Yeah.
true? Yeah, that's crazy.
So it was definitely, it was hard because I remember vividly when I was younger, like in 8th grade, where I was just like kind of dreading to go to baseball practices and stuff like. I don't know if that was just because like 8th grade, like teams around us aren't very good, so you go and you play and you're like, all right, we're gonna win like 15-0.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Type of thing. So, but it was like I was starting to get like recruited from basketball before baseball.
Oh.
So, I mean, as an 8th grader and like as a young kid, when I hear I'm getting recruited for one sport,
You want to go all in with
I
that
just
one?
want to go all. Yeah, I wanted to go all in type of thing. But then, I mean, I would say I knew I played travel baseball when I was like, I don't know, like 12 years old, like, you know, around then. And then my dad finally, he like took me out of travel baseball just because he felt like it was starting to get like too much, I guess you could say. Like I played a lot of tournaments and everything. And then once I got into middle school, like I only did school ball. Like I didn't do travel ball. The only travel ball I was doing was basketball.
Wow.
So I would say it was probably around. I mean, I don't know. When I was like 12, I knew I was pretty good at baseball. But then once I got into high school, like everything changed, like big time.
Freshman year?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I could just go right into it.
Please do.
So I was getting recruited for basketball. Going into my freshman year, it was like all basketball. Like I went travel basketball in these schools like, you know, Indiana and Louisville and Texas Tech and West Virginia. Like some of these schools, they're like they were pissed that I wasn't playing basketball, and they would come up to my coach and they're like, "Where's Montgomery?" And they're like, "Oh, he's playing baseball." And they're like, "He's playing baseball? Like I thought he played basketball." And they're like, "No, like he plays baseball." And so then that kind of started getting like the basketball coaches would start talking to the baseball coaches at the colleges, and then that kind of started like when my freshman year of baseball came around, because like they knew about me, but they didn't really know that much about me just because I didn't play much travel ball. Because there was guys on my team, Camden Gasser and Chase Taylor, and some of these other guys on my team were getting recruited by D1 teams. And so they came and they watched those two, and then they saw me play one game at shortstop, and then they came up to my coach and they're like, "Who's the shortstop?" And my coach was like, "He's a basketball player."
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
He
What
said
the
that to
hell?
him, and they were just like, it was Tony Vitale.
What? Yo, what? Yo, he's like, you're good, man. He's a basketball player.
He's like, who's the shortstop? My coach was like, sorry, like he plays basketball. He's like, well, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can tell him. So he kind of told me that, and then it started like
Yeah, that'll wake you up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Then that was when I like started like miss all the SEC schools, Mississippi State, Vandy, like all these teams started like, you know, showing some interest. There were still rules back
Right,
then.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
there was rules like they couldn't really talk to you, but they could talk like to coaches. Coaches could talk to you, like sorts of thing.
Right.
And then that's kind of when it all.
Wait, that was freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
insane, brother.
so 8th grade, you're like, man, baseball's not my thing. 9th grade, your dad's like, okay, you're gonna play. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
9th grade, you're like, oh, I'm pretty good. And then just like every SEC school is like,
Yeah.
oh, he is pretty good. Yeah.
He's not, he plays. He's a baseball player, not a basketball player.
Yeah.
And you're probably like, what?
No, dude, I was like
Did you know that you were like that good at
I
baseball?
mean, I knew I was pretty good.
Yeah.
Played pretty good, and then I mean, once like you see colleges start coming to your games and stuff. Like I remember Louisville, Dan McDonald, Louisville was like at every game,
So crazy, bro.
and he would like try to. Because I'm trying to remember if they could even call you yet.
Well, they had to
don't-
wait,
yeah,
I think,
they-
like
Was it
September
junior year?
1st of junior year
Yeah.
or something like that.
So
yeah.
they couldn't call. It was just like one of those things you see them like in the stands.
And they walk away, you can't even talk to them.
Yeah.
Right?
No, like it's just like a.
Like, I see you. Yeah.
type of thing, and yeah, that was like freshman year, and then I played travel baseball from after my freshman school ball year. going into my sophomore year, I played travel baseball again for the first time, and then that was when everything just freaking kept going.
What travel club did you play for?
I played for so it was called Ironman.
Okay.
It's like a small.
I was thinking like Indiana Bulls. I know the Indiana Bulls.
No.
Yeah.
I never played for the Bulls.
Okay.
My senior year though, I played fall ball, and it was like Bulls-ish. It was called Team Indiana.
Okay.
We had Max Clark was on our team.
Oh, yeah.
He was
he was
a
young.
sophomore when I was a senior, and he was on our team. And then we had it was like the best Indiana guys.
Wow.
And
dude.
we were pretty good.
We spent some time in Franklin. We filmed like a whole thing with Max when he was a senior in high school.
I watched that.
Really?
Yeah, I watched
that's
all
tight.
Hell yeah.
Dude, so they had that big at the Indianapolis Indians Stadium. They had that big tournament, and we went and filmed that.
Yeah.
And I learned all about this Zionsville and all these schools in Indiana I never would have known about.
No.
But yeah, so you're from a tiny town, right?
I'm from very small in southern Indiana. I'm like 3 hours south of Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
From where the Indians play.
Indiana has a lot of baseball prospects, but your hometown, did ever have anyone come out of there ever?
So not mine originally, but around me there was Jasper, that was Scott Rowland. And then there was Evansville-ish area, and that was Don Mattingly.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I think that's kind of it.
Well,
there's been some guys who have gotten drafted.
Yeah.
And stuff,
right.
but I would say those are two of
the. But out of your high school, nobody.
That's
crazy.
I don't think so.
Aside from Colson Montgomery.
No,
that's crazy, bro.
I don't think so.
Wait, so were you playing football too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it was 3-sport athlete. Let's
Yeah.
go. Were you good at football too? Okay.
Yeah.
Subtle nod.
Yeah, a little bit. I only played my freshman and sophomore year. We won state my freshman year, and then my sophomore year we got we went to semi-state. It's like the Final Four or whatever. So I played quarterback.
Okay. Was there college interest? Yeah. Okay. Was it the same level as the baseball and basketball?
Yeah.
Dude, you had three potential career
routes. I'm shell shocked right now.
Yeah, it was Big Ten.
Okay.
That's nothing. That's nothing. They suck at football. Big Ten sucks football.
It was Big Ten because because after my sophomore year, played really good as a sophomore. College, the baseball schools would come watch me play football, and some basketball would too. And then after my sophomore year, my dad was talking to our football coach, and he was like, "Hey, I don't think." Because then after my sophomore year, that's when scouts, professional teams and agents started kind of hitting me up, and my dad was like, "Hey, they need to see him play more. They think he can go first round, things like that. So I think we need to step away from football." And he's like, "All right, just let me show you some of the emails that I'm getting." And it's those Big Ten teams and some smaller schools, they just want me to come to camps, and try to, I don't know, do whatever they do at camp. I didn't read it much into
That's insane, bro.
I just didn't think that I think I could have been a pretty good quarterback, but I don't know.
It's riskier for sure too, bro.
Yeah.
Even basketball is riskier. I feel like baseball, if you're elite at baseball, that makes sense. Go play baseball.
Yeah.
Because dude, it's so football injuries are crazy, brain damage, that's bad. Basketball, your knee could pop, it's
Freak
a lot.
stuff.
So
yeah.
I think you chose right, but it obviously worked out.
Yeah,
it worked out well.
It's working out pretty good right now, but there was a lot of hard decisions, just because I loved playing everything. I loved playing every single sport. So
when you started getting these, the high end baseball stuff, were you still loving basketball more, or were you still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was still loving basketball more my senior year.
Really?
Yeah, dude. After my fall, I played fall ball my senior year with Team Indiana, that team. Which I honestly think when I played that fall, I think that's what skyrocketed my draft stock, because we played in these high tournaments with a lot of really good players, and I played good in them, and they saw me play against them. So I think that's what kind of, helped me a little bit. But like once that was done, and my dad's like, "All right, it's basketball season, dude." I didn't pick up a bat. No, I didn't. Dude, I was like sport to sport.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when I played all 3 sports, I would play football, and then like after football season over, you had a week because you had to have a week off. Week off, straight into basketball. After basketball, week off, straight into baseball.
And every time you picked up a ball or football, baseball, whatever it was, were you just right back to the same guy?
I mean,
that's crazy,
dude.
bro.
But a lot of people say like that's low key. Like it's gotten so much like specialization. Like start only play base. Like once you're a freshman, play baseball is your sport or whatever. I think like a lot of times when we talk to big leaguers, they're like play every sport, bro. Every single sport.
That's like one of the biggest. Like if there's something I could tell everyone is like play every sport that you can or that you enjoy. Because I think it just made me an all around better baseball player. Because I'm 6'4", 6'5", and I can play shortstop, and it's like, I don't think many guys can play shortstop like that, just because, I played football, I played basketball. Basketball, it's a lot of, vertical jumping and, agility stuff, and I just think that's what's helped me a lot is playing a lot of sports.
I agree, and like you said, nowadays, these kids, with these kids that they play an AU team for him, and they're playing one sport year round, and it's just like
Pottstown.
No, it's
we have Disarm Elite. So we have Disarm Elite. It's our jersey right there. So we had a 12U team. We have a 12U team, and we're playing against Pottstown in April. So we're gonna try to take them down.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But all those kids play just baseball.
Yeah, a lot of those kids are mostly baseball.
That's it, and it's like that's just crazy to me. Like I played soccer, football, and
dude, because what was crazy is like how many kids do you think like get injured when they just play baseball?
Dude,
I feel like a lot, right?
100%.
It's the same muscles.
I was
over and over again.
I was never hurt when I was a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
never. Like your body's moving in so many different ways, and it's great for you as a kid,
like,
bro.
I can't. I think I sprained an ankle in basketball. Like you come down on someone's foot.
Yeah.
I never had arm issues. Never had when I was a kid.
Overusing, bro.
No.
Nowadays these kids are throwing full year round, and it's like your body's not supposed to be doing that, especially at that age too. No, it's insane.
Yeah. We shouldn't even be doing that. We're older.
No, not at all.
So.
And also like the mental side of it too. If you're able to be in different environments, different locker rooms of different sports too, like you learn so much about your teammates, yourself.
Yeah.
And just
you won't burn out.
Yeah.
No, bro. That's my thing. I never felt like I was burned out of any sport.
I feel like when you play one sport year round, you're just like thinking about that one sport all the time. So if you have a bad game, that ruins your month or whatever.
Yeah.
Versus if you're playing a sport, I have basketball to look forward to, I have football to look
you
forward
have all your chips in one like basket.
Exactly.
Or
If I fail at this, I'm screwed. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%. That was the biggest thing is injuries were very low, and I never felt like burnt out or exhausted from doing one thing over and over.
So kids, if you're watching, play multiple sports, please.
Yes, please. Or parents, please. Like have the kids play multiple sports.
It's crazy, bro.
Okay, so
that was
the
crazy.
fall of senior year, you go. Okay, so winter you go play basketball. You're like, it's basketball season. Let's go. Spring comes back around for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's your draft year. You're like, okay, this is like I'm gonna show out. Or you're just like, oh, baseball's back. Like I'm excited. Or like, what was your mindset?
So yeah, it was pretty. It was very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
It was very stressful, and it was very I give a lot of credit to my head coach my senior year, because all these scouts were texting me, trying to figure out BP times, when we're like, where's the game, like all this stuff. Are you hitting on the field? And I like told my coach, I'm like, dude, I need you to like take this over. And he's like, I got you.
That's awesome.
And he like wrote up plans every single day, like from when the bus times to like he just took care of everything, and it just made me be like, all right, I'm just gonna go play.
Yeah, it's a bus.
And I didn't have like I always tell him like I was very grateful for him to like take care of all that stuff, but once that was done, it was like in the back of my head I knew it's like there's like 30 scouts at your games, so you have a good idea that it's like pretty serious, but my mom too, she was big on me of like trying to drain out all that noise, and she's like, I don't want you, like, I hate seeing, because I would like get upset.
Of course.
Usually I don't get upset, like if I have a bad game, like when I was in high school, I'm just like, dude, it's high school, I want to go to freaking Wendy's after the game with my boys,
yeah.
you know, like
yeah.
just do something like, you know, something stupid. And she's like, I just hate seeing you like so stressed and upset about how you play, like you used to never get like this. And I'm like, so she kind of, you know, in my head, it's like, dude, if I play good, I play good. If I don't,
Yeah. What was your approach going into, you know, that year when you know there's gonna be 30 plus scouts, whatever it is, at your games? Like, what's your approach going to that game? Like, are you just like, you obviously you're nervous, but like, how do you block it out?
So like initially, I'm like, I have to do something. Like I have to do something good. But in reality, with those scouts, like they know you're good. They know you have talent. They just want to see you play. Like they know the pitching. Like they're not going to throw to you. They're going to be all over the place. The pitching's not going to be very good. Indiana baseball is okay, but it's nothing crazy. So like in my head, I'm thinking I have to do all this stuff and be perfect. In reality, like I had one scout that I was pretty close with. He's like, bro, we don't give a crap how you do what you do. We're just here to watch you play, how you move, and like honestly how you carry yourself, you know. So once I kind of heard that, I was like, dude, I'm just gonna be a senior in high school.
Smart.
I'm just gonna act like a senior.
That's the best thing you probably could have done. Yeah.
And once that, I would say that like started like midway through the season, because then after the back half of the season was like, I felt like no pressure. I felt just, if I get drafted, I get drafted. Like
It's probably a good feeling though.
yeah, because I'm like, dude, like it's either I'm going to Indiana or I'm getting drafted.
Well, you had a spot at Indiana for basketball, right?
Yeah.
Senior year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that ever like, obviously again with the scouts and all that with baseball? Were you still thinking of playing basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that was my initial what I wanted to do ever since I was a kid. You know, I never wanted to play college baseball or professional baseball. I wanted to play college basketball, and then
Stuff happens.
do whatever after I'm done. You know,
Right.
if I get a degree in something. I never thought about professional sports when I was younger. Yeah, it was weird. It's like,
so
dude,
cool.
I think the only way I can describe all of it is just like it all just kind of just happened. Like my parents were really good with it, like not forcing anything on me. It was just kind of like I went out, did the best I could, and then things just started like happening, type of thing.
That's so like cool. That's like what you try
I
to
know-
tell people to do, but they
literally-
can't. You know, it's hard.
Yeah,
but
no, and I know too. You know, some people aren't like as fortunate. You know, like I was lucky. You know, to have other stuff going, but it was just in my head. That's what I thought. If I just go out and do the best I can, things are gonna. If I work hard, I prepare, and I go out and play the best of my abilities. In my head, it's like, how do things not work out?
Right.
In my head.
wow.
Yeah.
You know?
Love that. I love it, bro.
Yeah.
So senior year came around and you ended up getting drafted. Walk us kind of through that process and what that was kind of like for you.
Yeah, so at first I didn't really know like where I was gonna go in the draft. I thought like a 3rd to 5th round, but like going into my senior year, I was like, I'm not going to college. I had a good idea, like I wasn't going to go to college, type of thing. But I had like I went to the draft combine, and dude, the draft combine was something different.
Was that in San Diego or
No,
Arizona?
this was the first one. It was in Cary, North Carolina.
Oh, it's the USA complex.
Yeah, the USA complex. It was the very first one. And dude, I had to do like 30 interviews I had an interview like with every team, and they all said that the deciding factor was just like the talking.
Just the vibe.
Yeah, like
That's
how
wild.
the player is, like with talking, like how they come off and things like that. Because like I said here, like everyone is talented. Like if you're gonna try and draft them in the first round and stuff. So, I mean, it's a lot of repetitive questions. You know, I'm not like going in there and trying to like kiss their butts and everything like that. They just want to see like how you are as a person, and you know, just talking, and if everything's natural and things like that. But once I met with the White Sox, I had a very good idea that if I fell to them, I was going to go to them. But then there was also other teams that like showed interest, and they're like, we're probably going to go to you. But then, I don't know, some people, like, the draft is crazy because it's like teams have their guys that they want, and like, say someone wants to pick them like third or fifth, and someone takes them 2, it just throws the whole board off. Mm-hmm. So we had some like interest earlier in the draft, but you know you have to think about money a little bit and the signing bonus, and things like that. So,
wait, what pick did you go?
22.
22.
Yeah.
First round. Let's go. Okay, so you had the idea like, okay, maybe I'll.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so if you got picked like 3rd, 4th, 5th, you were still like, I'm gonna go pro ball, like I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, school just was not my.
I just want to play ball, dude.
I just wanted to play. I just wanted to play. I didn't even in freaking my senior year of high school, dude. Oh my gosh, I was focused on school.
As much as you could be.
Yes, as much as I could be. But I just wanted to be focused on. I knew.
But how, dude, like that's the thing when I think about that stuff. Like how someone like you, like how can you, how no offense, how can you focus on school,
dude?
Like that's, I was not the best student, and if that was me, I thought I was good at baseball, and nowhere near that. I mean, I could barely do school. And I'm like, dude, if I was you, I wouldn't even show up,
bro.
So.
I would show up as much as I needed to. You know, like they had requirements of how long you need to be in school. So I would hit the requirements and then I would go train.
Senior year, you probably weren't there a lot, I would imagine.
No, not really. But I mean, I give credit, my school, my guidance counselors, they were all they had a good idea.
They knew, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like they're, you know, they know what's going on.
They made sure I got what I needed, you know,
right,
to graduate and all that stuff. But because that's when my senior year, that's when baseball kind of like took over my mind,
right,
type of thing.
Right.
It just kind of happened like organically, you know. I started getting more interest in it, and then basketball school started to back off because they would ask the scouts, and they're like, "Yo, he's probably not playing basketball." Which kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, I was going to say, was that a hard pill to swallow?
Yeah.
Just sounds like a bad
I mean, I tried getting as much basketball, you know, visits and things. Like, I went to Arizona State, visited Arizona State, and some other pretty cool schools.
I just want people to know, like, you almost had 2,000 points in high school basketball.
Bro.
That's insane.
That's the one thing that I hate. Is how 2,000. Bro, I was so close to.
Yeah, you were 34 points away.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
Bro. And the thing is we had one, like, we lost in the Final Four, so I would have had one more game to get to.
You would have had to go off.
I would have had to go. This team was nasty, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have won. Like, I would have had to go stupid, like, score probably 40 to beat them, but.
Did you have 40 ever?
Yeah.
What's your most
points?
Well,
if you had almost 2,000.
What's your most points in a game? High school?
42.
Shout out Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, 42. But dude, my sister had more than me.
Really?
What? She had 43.
Yeah, wow.
She had 43.
Wow, so she's got that on you forever.
Yes, bro.
Wow.
I remember the game too. My freaking coach, he took me out, and I'm like, bro, I'm pretty sure I had 42, and my sister had. It was either 41 or 42, something like that. And I'm like, dude, I think she has one more point. So I tried going back in the game. I was like, dude, I do not want my sister to have more points than me.
Did she play in college?
She plays in college, right? Dude, she was really good. She had interest for like D1 schools and stuff. And then she tore her ACL. And then she came back and she still had some interest. And then she tore it again.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that sucks.
She went to Kentucky Wesleyan. It's a D2 school in Owensboro, Kentucky. It's like one of the like better D2 schools, I guess you can say. So she's there, and then my other younger sister, she's there too.
Wow, you got an athlete family, dude.
Yeah, bro. And then my little brother, he plays basketball, baseball, and football, all that.
Is he good?
Yeah.
What's his best sport?
Probably football.
Probably football. Okay.
Basketball. He's good at basketball. He's not a baseball player.
No, he's not.
Really?
Bad.
Did your dad play baseball?
In high school.
So you're like kind of the only one that's
Yeah,
in your
my dad was just like an all around athlete.
Yeah.
Like he was just a pretty good athlete. My mom, she was 5'10", good athlete too. So
I wish I had your genetics, bro.
I know, yeah, good genetics.
Yeah, I'm short. I'm like,
my whole family's. My brother, he's like 6'3", I'm 6'4", sister's 6'1".
Wow.
My little brother's like 6'3", and then my other sister, she's the runt, I guess. She's like 5'9", 5'10".
That's crazy,
yeah,
bro.
she's short, bro.
Yeah,
That's short.
So, but yeah, very athletic family.
All right. So, anyways, back to the draft. So you got drafted.
Yeah.
What was that day like for you? And kind of walk us through that moment for you when you did hear your name.
Yeah, dude. That whole weekend. It was so I got invited to do it in Colorado. They had it like the in-person draft. Like you can go there and stuff. So it started becoming like a bigger thing, because I don't really think many people like went to the draft. A lot of people want to do it at home with their family and things like that. But went there in Colorado, had a pretty good idea of where I was going to go. So, I'm still, stressing, and I'm freaking 18, 19 years old.
That's the crazy part.
So I'm still like, a little nervous and everything. But when the day came, I don't know. I just didn't really feel like it just felt like I couldn't think. Like it just felt like I was just walking around. Like they're like, hey, you come here, you go there. Like I have no idea.
You're a puppet.
Yeah, it literally felt like just because I'm like, dude, like my life is probably gonna change pretty drastically in however many hours. So my whole family was there with me too and everything, and we go in there. It was in like a huge auditorium, so you go and you sit there, and it's like the most like thing you draw up in your head. You're sitting in the chairs with your whole family in your suits and stuff, and the commish comes out, and then I got a text on my phone from my agent saying like, hey, the White Sox are going to take you and stuff like that. But I didn't want to tell my family, just have like a little surprise. But then my fucking dad is sitting there looking over my shoulder the whole time, and I'm like, dude.
He's like, did you get it? You get the text?
Dude, if I ever I just had my phone sitting here, and plus too, I had people blowing me up from back home.
That's probably such a cool thing for all your boys too.
Yeah. So I'm just like sitting there every single time my phone would light up. He's like looking over my shoulder. So like I said, we had some other teams that were interested and things like that, but it just didn't come through. And then I don't know, the whole time, like the whole process, the White Sox always just felt like the right team for some reason. Like when I would talk to them, when I would see them at games, I just felt like a connection with them. It was weird because I didn't really have that with any other teams, and then the commissioner comes out, and he calls your name, and it's just like, holy shit. Like once again, I'm still just like, I don't really know what's going on type of thing. And then like I go on, I put the jersey on, I put the hat on, and then they start interviewing me
away.
And then that's when I was just like, holy shit. That like this just happened.
This is my life now.
Yeah, and like they're interviewing me, and I'm starting to like get a little emotional and stuff because my dad was he was emotional and everything, and I don't know. Even after, I was still just like, bro, what the hell? Just like what just happened?
Like that night, right after you got drafted, when you go to bed at night.
I was thinking that same thing. Like when you're finally alone, like that night. Yeah.
What do you like? You put the head to pillow. Are you like, what? I just got drafted in the first round.
Dude, I don't really even remember any of it. I'm serious.
I believe that's insane.
I remember sitting there and him calling like your name, and you're going up and you're talking, and then after that,
just blacked out.
Yeah, it's just like even after the like the whole event and everything, going home, like I'm getting blown up with texts and everything, and I'm still just like, I don't know what the hell is going on. And then I go to Chicago to throw out the first pitch, and I still don't really know what's going on. I think when it really started like switch and like, all right, like I'm a pro now, is when they're like, all right, like you signed your contract. Next day, I'm in Birmingham with like the team camps, and I'm there with dudes from college, and I'm like one of the only high school guys. I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea what's going on.
It's such a crazy turnaround too. Like I've heard that from other guys where it's just like, yeah, it's like a blur. It's crazy, and they're like, all right, go. You're on a plane now.
Yeah,
like it's go time.
You're like tomorrow. You're in Birmingham, and you have a mini camp, and you're there for a week, and then you go to Arizona for rookie ball. I'm just like,
what is happening,
dude? I just got drafted like 5 days ago. And like I didn't have like time to like celebrate with anybody from home because I went to Colorado to Chicago and then Chicago to Birmingham.
And you were 18?
19.
19.
That's so sick, dude.
That's unbelievable.
Like
bro.
it must be crazy to like think about sometimes. You just look back on it, you're like, what was that?
Yeah.
And yeah,
it definitely makes you mature pretty fast.
Real quick too.
Yeah, pretty fast. Which, I mean, I think, you know, you meet some guys in pro ball and you're like, yeah, they probably should have went to college, or some guys are like, no, they're good. I don't know. I think it's just plus two, you know, I should probably take that back because I don't know their situation. You know, they can get offered a lot of money for signing bonus and, you know, be really young and not really be ready for all of it, but you can't turn down life-changing.
Oh, dude, I even think about the dudes from like DR who are like 16.
Bro.
It's like, you're a child, bro. Like,
Yes,
you're
dude.
literally a
Dude.
child.
They'll sign people in the 14, 15, 16 over there, and it's like, how does that make any sense?
I'm starting to like really understand a lot of that now because I just turned 24 and like, I mean, I think 24 is still young.
Oh, yeah.
Ish.
I hope so.
Yeah. We're 23.
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're Unk,
yeah.
bro.
I'm Unk now. Yeah. And so now I'm around like the dudes who just got drafted, like some of our other guys, and they're like 18. And I'm around them and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. You don't realize how young you were until
Yeah.
you see the kid and they're like, oh, I was a kid.
I was a freaking child. Like you can just tell like how everyone's built, maturity level and everything, and it's like, holy cow, I was there.
That's unbelievable.
I was like that. Yeah.
Did you feel like you fit in? Like as soon as you went to camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. You didn't feel, you're like, I belong here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think when I got to rookie ball, like right after I got drafted and I went to rookie ball, I didn't say like I had doubt. I just didn't know what I was getting into.
Right.
And so a lot of the time I kept my like ideas open to everything because I just didn't know this side. Like, you know, you have 4 years of baseball, of high school. So you have a good idea of what everything's going to look like. And then you go into pro ball and it's just something you've never experienced or you have no idea what everything looks like. So I just kept my perspective like, okay, this is what you do, this is what you don't do type of thing, which I think I had some older guys who were in college that, you know, kind of helped me out a little bit. So that I'm still boys with. So.
All right. I was going to ask about this year, but I don't know if we're missing anything.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to
really want to talk about your season this year,
do too.
but I don't want to make sure we're missing anything.
I don't either. I mean,
Okay.
I think we heard that I'm not going to lie to you, that's one of the craziest stories I've ever heard. Just the success at freshman year of high school is out of this world. But yeah, I want to get into this year as well. So.
Okay. I'll start with so you grinded through the minors, right? You were there. How long were you in the minors fully?
4 years.
4 years?
4
Okay,
years.
so you grind through that.
This is my 5th year.
You grind through that, and then you finally you get the call. All right, you get the call. Take us through that moment.
Mm-hmm. The call up moment.
The call up moment.
I mean, dude, the minor league grind was freaking brutal.
Right.
I've heard that from
I've heard that, yeah.
Dude, it was brutal just from the ups and downs of, like, when I first got into pro ball, did not struggle. Like, raked, like, you know, played really good. And then I get up to AAA, my first year of AAA, and I stunk. Didn't really stink.
But for your standards, probably.
I mean, I hit like 220 with like 20 homer. Like,
that sucks.
it was, yeah, but like for the expectations that
right.
people put on you, that's just not it. You know, that's just not going to cut it, I guess.
I mean, 20 bombs is decent.
That's
but,
very, very good.
So then that year, and then I went to the fall league right after that. Played decent in the fall league. Still didn't really catch. That was when I started noticing a huge difference. Is like once I got to AAA, because you're facing a lot of guys who've been in the big leagues and stuff. So it's like you can't really just go into the game just thinking, I'm better than everybody. Like it, without like doing some scouting on pitchers and figuring out approach and things like that. I was just raw. I was still like raw. It was just one of those things where I just would go out there and just play. But then the year I got called up, I actually played like absolute dog crap to start the year. I like the first 3 weeks I was hitting like 0.85. Dude, it was terrible. And then they pulled me from the season, and I came to Arizona. They pulled me from the season. I came to Arizona, worked on my swing for 10 days with one of our hitting directors, went back to the season, and then I started like finding my groove again. And it was July 3rd. It was like the 4th of July games or whatever. July 3rd,
Sergio Santos, that's who my AAA manager was. He was great. He calls me in. I'm like getting my feel good swings in the cage like before the game. You're trying to feel sexy before you go out in the game. And our assistant coach, he's like Rosie. He's like, hey, Sergio wants to talk to you. Like I have zero clue because I'm locked in. I know I have to play that game. And at this time, I'm like swinging it well. I'm swinging it good. So I'm like, I know that if I just keep playing the best that I can, things might happen. And then calls me in. He's talking to me about, our schedule and things like that of having to drive overnight to this one place and play the next day. And then he kind of throws in there. He's like, you're going to come. We got to drive to Jacksonville and play the next day. He's like, but you won't be joining us. You'll be joining the team in Colorado. And it was just like when he told me, it was just like everything, just like all my weight and pressure. I just felt like it was like a moment where I'm like, all right, like I'm good enough. I was good. Like I proved myself, and then, but then it was like the next day, like I flew to Colorado and like, dude, I'm like antsy. I have I'm like trying to listen to music to try to like calm me down and stuff. But I'm like, I felt like I could go play like a game. Like right then and there, I was so like amped up. And my family, my dad and my siblings were in Florida. My mom was with my grandma driving to Niagara Falls. Okay. So they're in different places, and I tell them that. And so they stop, go to the nearest airport, fly to Colorado. My dad and my siblings, that day, I told them on the 3rd, drive to Nashville, fly out of Nashville from Panama City, Panama City to Nashville, flew out of there in the morning, and they met me in Colorado. And when I got in there, like I was boys with all, like, from being in big league camp, prior to the seasons before that, like I knew everybody pretty good. So it was like when I got called up, it was just kind of like they're like, yeah, what up? Like, we know you type of thing. It's not like the new team, new dynamic, trying to get the feel of things. I knew everybody, everyone knew me, and they all knew that, I was there wanting to win games and things like that. So it was just kind of like everyone just clicked pretty good, and when you come up, you try to just be the spark, you want to be the spark to kind of help a team, get going and things like that. And we had a lot of really good rookies that did that for our team. So that weekend was awesome.
Your debut.
Yeah.
So what happened in your debut?
Yeah. So, I mean, my debut, it was pretty sick. I mean, going into it, I hit like 7th. I was hitting like 7th, because they kind of just want you to like
get a little feel,
kind of like hide you a little bit, get you going and stuff. They don't want to put you like lead off or anything like that. But it was good. Like, I went out there in the bottom of the 1st, and I took a second to just like look around because it was 4th of July, so it was packed. It was packed there, so I just like looked around and I'm like, holy shit, like this is sick, and first hitter of the game hits a ground ball to me, so I'm like, all right, right into it, let's
It
go.
always finds
So
you, dude. The ball finds
made
you.
the plays, like everything was good, and at the plate I didn't really do anything. I didn't get a hit. First at bat, I had a catcher's interference.
Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty rare
It was-
for first career at
it
bat.
was
Yeah.
it was like the first one since like 1960.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was only like 3 ever or something like that. So I had catcher's interference, and then I had I got out line drive out, and then I walked, and then I struck out. But I was having like really good at bats.
Yeah, you felt
like I was seeing the ball really good, and that's what my hitting coach, he told me. He was like, "Dude, you're seeing it good." He's like, "Stay. Don't be upset that you didn't get your first hit. Like just stay right there." And I'm like, "Okay." Like it felt good. I had a catch. I had like an over the shoulder catch that was like top 10.
Oh,
Sports
okay.
Center top
Oh,
10.
yeah, brother.
It was like number 1 or something.
Oh, number one or
Excuse
something.
me,
Wait, in your debut, you had
Yeah.
number 1 on Sports Center? That's
Yeah.
another probably first. I don't know how
Yeah.
many of those
Yeah, that's
happened,
probably-
bro.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know.
That's pretty tight.
It was sick though.
That was probably a cool feeling.
Yeah, it was dope. But then we won that game. So that was what was cool. Is my first game ever in the show. We won.
That's
I
awesome.
won. So it was cool. Then the next night, played again, and then I had a good game.
You had your first hit? Okay.
Yeah, I had my first hit and my first at bat. It was a triple.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it was the first pitch I saw. He threw like a curveball first pitch. Triple, next at bat, hit a single. Next at bat, hit another single. And then my last at bat, I think I flew out. So went from no hits, and then I had 3 hits. So I'm like, dude, like
I'm here now, bro.
You're
Yeah.
hitting 500 or something.
Yeah.
probably at that point,
I was
yeah.
like, seeing that up on the scoreboard was sick.
So sick.
You see like 600 or 500 or something, you're like, all right. But it was, then we ended up winning that game too. So it was my first like series win in the show. So those are more like what really like that I really liked, is my first game was a win, and then the second was my first series win, in the show. It was back to back, so it was sick.
Kind of fast forwarding a little bit. What was like the biggest, welcome to the show moment you've had, or do you have one of those? Did you always feel like I belong here, Because like
Yeah.
obviously those guys are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, those questions. Like,
They're tough, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I just never really like want my like welcome to the show. For me, it wasn't like anything that like really happened.
Yeah.
It was more of like who I saw. Like it was like our second series, we were facing the Phillies. So it was Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, like JT. And I'm like, holy, like that was when I was like, all right, I'm in the show. I saw like Bryce Harper. I was like, dude,
That's Bryce Harper.
that's
real.
Bryce Harper.
Yeah.
That was like my welcome to the show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I did something.
Yeah, it's not like basketball or football where it's like, you get hit hard or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
no.
Baseball's a sport where it's like, I belong here and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Guys are
yeah.
pumping 100 like in the minors too. So, like
Yeah.
I guess the velo.
Baseball is the
wouldn't-
number one sport. I feel like
Yeah.
if you're at that level, no matter what level, even if it's single A, whatever it is, like everyone's, good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you see someone in low A throwing 100, and you see someone in the big leagues throwing 100.
Yeah, right, right.
So there was never really like I faced. See, I never really had like a playing welcome.
Right. I wouldn't honestly
welcome
expect that. It's
welcome
more, I
to
would
the
say it's
show.
more like who you see.
Yeah, it was like I saw those guys. I saw Schwarber, saw Harper, and I was going to go to Indiana, and Schwarber went to Indiana. So that was like a cool little moment for me. And then I played the Yankees, and you see Judge, and you see
He's a big dude, huh?
Yeah, he's
He's
huge.
huge, bro.
And so I think another cool thing was like when I saw Judge, and like this was when I was banging, and Judge was like, dude, like you're fun to watch and stuff. It's like when guys say that to you, you're like,
That's so
or like
cool.
Bryce Harper, he says something like, your swing is sick, or things that Cal Raleigh's saying, and you're like, dude, like this is
so
cool.
That's so cool to get props from those dudes.
Yeah,
it's nice
bro.
that they say that too.
Yeah.
Like they could just go about their business.
No,
but,
they could easily just be like, so, and not say anything too, but when they say, I mean, it tells you like how they are as people though too, and they know the next generation is coming. They're all older. I'm not saying on their way out or stuff, but they're just seeing younger guys come into the league and stuff. So it's cool.
Okay, I got a question. When you barrel up a ball, like just perfect in the show, like the real show, what is that feeling like? You're in a big league stadium, you're like, I got all of that one. You just finish your swing. Like, take us through like that feeling. Like maybe it was your first career home run, or you had a grand slam I saw, or you had one that was like 450, I think this year. So like, what is that like?
Dude, it's just like when you flush and you like perfect, like in general baseball, like you flush and you perfect a ball. It's like the best feeling. Like I would say, like in the minor leagues, like when you do it and stuff, it's like you feel like, oh yeah, like I'm sick, like that felt sick and everything. But like when you do it in the show, it's just like a weightless feeling. Like when you hit it and you see the ball go and like you just see like fans going nuts. It's just like a I don't even know how to say it, like the words, it's definitely a thing that you can't really describe. It's just more of like a feeling. Like a euphoric feeling, like inside of your body, like when you're running around the bases, fireworks going off, music blaring, type of thing. And I don't know. I mean, I've always said, like when you fully perfect a ball, it's like you don't feel it.
No, you don't feel it.
No, you hit it, and it's like you don't feel it. But it's like after.
Yeah,
when you hit it.
It's the best feeling when you're rounding the bases.
Yeah. That's when it's just like I'm in the show.
Like all eyes on me, baby. Like I
yes,
get that. Yeah.
It is. It's just like I'm him moment type of thing.
I mean, like if you're hitting home runs in the show, you are, and that's
so tough.
a gratifying feeling for sure.
It's like a euphoric.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's just imagine. It's like you're a kid, like running around the bases type of thing.
Love it. What you got?
It's sick.
All right.
I have a couple more. But
you go.
I was gonna get into like this upcoming year.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of expectations for you guys. I know you guys are in a rebuild, and I kind of want to get into the, what it feels like to be kind of the main product of a rebuild, and also kind of your expectations for the White Sox this upcoming year, because you guys are rebuilding, but I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have a lot of pieces, from previous trades, the Crochet trade, we got a lot of pieces from that with Chase Mydroth, Kyle Teal. And then we have some other guys like Braden Montgomery in the minor leagues. He'll be up in the show this year, and and then some of these other guys that we went out and got. But I mean, I think the core group, the young guys that we have, I think that's just like the spark, the things that is really going to help us like get to a better spot as an organization. But like we also have a lot of really good core veterans that we've had, like Andrew Benintendi and some of these other guys that we've had, they're one of the core pieces as well. So like when people always ask me about like the young core and stuff, like I don't ever want to have the veterans not in it, because it's like they're part of it too. Mm-hmm. Like where do you think we learned a lot of this stuff?
Exactly.
We learned it from those guys about, like just simple things of like what you do on a day-to-day basis to get ready for, a pitcher or like a game. So they're just as important as like, the young core. So we have high expectations for ourselves, especially last year. I think we went like 28 and like 35 in the second half. Like from where we were, like for us, a lot of rookies to be coming up and like, we turn around the second half season, like, having a pretty good second half season. I think that's where a lot of our expectations kind of drove from, is because we got a taste of success and like winning in the big leagues. So we know we can do it. It was just like we needed some more pieces. And I felt like our front office really went out and got the right guys that we needed, like bullpen arms and some extra hitters, like veteran hitters like Austin Hayes and some of these other guys. So I think everything's going and trending in the right direction. And I think there'll be some ups and downs and speed bumps with just having a young group, but I mean I think it's going the right way. Yeah, for sure.
Talk about Benny, bro. Benny's the
Benny.
man. We're Red Sox fans,
Benny,
dude. So
you know Benny.
Yeah,
Benny's
he's the man.
Benny's one of my boys.
I want the best for him, bro.
He's the man, dude.
Is he? Yeah,
dude, he's the man. He's chill. He's like whatever you ask, like he's gonna tell you. He's never been, those cranky veterans. He's never been that guy. He's always like trying to, include us and stuff and try to, build connections and make us feel not like rookies type of thing,
right.
So I think that's also what has helped a lot of us younger guys is like he did like he treat you get treated like rookies, but he like doesn't see you as a rookie, and I think that is what's like special with some veterans is like they don't see you as rookies, they see you as talented baseball players and people that can help us win. So he's been around 10 years in the show.
That's crazy that he's been around 10 years now.
He's 10 years this year on July 5th.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah, so he's
I love Benny. But and then so last year after the All-Star break, you had 21 homers in 71 games. That was probably another gratifying feeling for you, kind of being like moving into this upcoming year, you're kind of full season.
Yeah.
That's kind of awesome feeling for you, I bet.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely, a pretty cool feeling just because you belong. You play good in the big leagues, it kind of just shows like all the work that you put in and things like that. But I think the biggest thing is it kind of gives you the inner confidence that it's like, all right, like I belong here and like I can exceed expectations and I can be better than even what I thought, type of thing. If you just prepare, if you be process oriented, prepare the right way, and just go out there and give like what you can that day. Give the best that you can that day. That it's just like I said in my mind, like if you just go out there and you give the best that you can each day, like in my mind, it's like how do you not succeed type of thing. And if you prepare and you work hard with it all.
Right. Awesome.
So this is one I like to end on usually. Like, okay, so we have like a lot of kids who watch our channel, like 12, 13, 14-year-old baseball players who want to be like you. So the way I like to put it is if you could like go back and give yourself like a piece of advice when you're like, say 13, what is something you could like, you would go back and say, to say yourself?
I think one of the biggest things is it's not that serious, as much as you think it is. And as much as you think that this tournament is make or break, it's not, it's at that age. I just like wish I probably would have had like more fun with what I was trying to do, and like be with my friends and mess around. And I think the biggest thing is like just train. You want like train like all the time. Like what we said, like multiple sports, whatever. Like playing is good. Playing is definitely like the evaluator. To see where you're at and stuff. But like if you don't train and work on your craft or anything like that, like then going and playing in games is kind of like pointless. Going and playing in the games is to show off the work that you did put in. And if you don't put in the work, then it's just, I think, pointless. So that's what I would say.
I hear you. You got anything else?
All right. Anything else you want to say to the people? I think that's it for us.
No.
Thanks for hopping on, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Wait,
It was sick.
who's winning WBC?
USA.
There we go.
USA.
USA, baby.
That's it, bro.
There we go.
Awesome, bro.
We have
thanks,
to.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
of
you coming
course.
on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Peace.